Are you making the same financial mistakes as everyone else? It's easy to get caught up in focusing on the wrong things when it comes to money. You might think that small, daily purchases are the key to saving, or you might be so fixated on paying off debt that you're missing a bigger opportunity. In today's video, we're diving into 5 money priorities most people get wrong, and how you can flip the script to set yourself up for true financial success. Stick with me, and by the end, you'll have a fresh perspective on your financial habits that will help you build a more secure future. 1. Focusing on small wins over fixed costs. Let's start with a common mistake: obsessing over small purchases while ignoring big, recurring costs. How many times have you heard someone say, "I'm cutting back on lattes," or "I'm skipping my daily coffee to save money"? While that's a nice gesture, it's not going to make a significant impact on your finances in the long run. The reality is, fixed costs, like rent, mortgage, transportation, and utilities, are where most of your money goes. Experts at the making of a millionaire argue that your attention should be on these high ROI issues rather than small daily purchases. For example, how much are you paying for housing each month? Are you living in a place that eats up too much of your income? Could you find a more affordable apartment or get a roommate to lower costs? Similarly, transportation is another massive expense many overlook. Instead of spending hours cutting small costs, focus on reducing large ones. Whether that means refinancing your mortgage, downsizing your car, or moving to a less expensive area, those big changes will make a real difference in your finances. The savings will add up faster than you expect, and redirecting those savings into investments or debt repayment can boost your wealth considerably. 2. Prioritizing debt freedom over an emergency fund. Here's another mistake that many people make: prioritizing paying off debt over building an emergency fund. It's easy to think that being debt-free is the ultimate goal, and while that's important, it shouldn't come at the expense of a safety net. Without an emergency fund, you're vulnerable to any unexpected expenses that come your way. Imagine this: you're working hard to pay off your credit card debt, but one day your car breaks down, and the repair costs are $800. Without an emergency fund, you'll likely need to charge those expenses to your credit card, putting you right back in the cycle of debt. This is why experts recommend having an emergency fund before aggressively paying down debt. Start small, but start now. Set aside 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in a high-yield savings account. Even if you can only save a small amount each month, the important thing is to start. Over time, these small contributions will add up, and you'll have the financial security you need when an unexpected event occurs. You can always switch gears and focus more on debt repayment once you have the safety of an emergency fund. 3. Chasing hot investments instead of consistency. How many times have you heard about the next hot stock or the latest cryptocurrency that promises quick returns? Chasing the next big investment can seem tempting, but it's often a quick path to disappointment. Many people try to double their money in a short period, only to face huge losses when things don't go as planned. Consistency is the name of the game. The best way to build wealth over time is through steady, consistent investments in low-cost index funds or other diversified assets. You don't need to gamble your money on risky, short-term ventures. Instead, focus on making small, regular contributions to your retirement fund or other long-term investments. The key to success isn't about finding the next big thing. It's about making steady progress toward your financial goals. Start with clear, realistic goals like saving for retirement or education. These long-term plans will give you a solid foundation and help you build wealth steadily, without the stress of chasing after fast but uncertain gains. By sticking with consistent, proven investment strategies, you'll see steady growth over time. 4. Delaying retirement for later. How often do you think, "I'll start saving for retirement later"? It's a common mindset. Many of us prioritize immediate needs and desires, such as upgrading our lifestyle, paying off debts, or enjoying the present moment, and we put off retirement savings until we feel like we're in a better financial position. The belief that we'll be able to catch up when we earn more or when we reach a certain milestone can feel reassuring. But here's the hard truth: delaying retirement savings is one of the biggest financial mistakes you can make. The earlier you start saving for retirement, the better off you'll be. Investopedia highlights that delaying retirement savings could mean you'll never be able to save enough to comfortably retire. The truth is, the earlier you contribute to retirement accounts like a 401k or an IRA, the more time your money has to grow. This growth comes from compound interest, which essentially means that your investments will earn money on top of the money they've already earned. This process accelerates over time, especially when you start early. Even if you're only able to contribute small amounts initially, don't underestimate the power of small, consistent contributions. Over time, these little contributions will accumulate, and by the time you're ready to retire, you'll have a substantial amount saved. The key is to start now and make it a regular habit. Waiting for the perfect time to start is a trap. Many people wait for a market dip or assume they'll earn more in the future. But time in the market is far more powerful than trying to time the market. The earlier you invest, the more your money will grow, and the more secure your future will be. Starting now means giving yourself the freedom to retire comfortably, without the stress of worrying whether you'll outlive your savings. By starting early, you'll give yourself a head start on building a retirement fund, and by the time you retire, you'll feel confident and financially free. 5. Avoiding all debt at the expense of credit health. Let's talk about avoiding all debt, which is a financial habit many people adopt, thinking it's the best path to financial freedom. While it's absolutely crucial to stay out of high-interest debt, such as credit card balances and payday loans, completely avoiding debt can have negative long-term effects, especially when it comes to your credit health. Some individuals believe that the best way to stay debt-free is by avoiding credit cards altogether. They think that by staying away from borrowing, they can avoid the stress and risk of debt. However, this mindset can lead to a thin credit file, which means you won't have much of a credit history to rely on when you need it. In fact, it can hurt your ability to qualify for things like a mortgage, personal loans, or even rent a house, because lenders and insurers often look at your credit score and history to determine your financial reliability. So, what's the right approach? The goal isn't to avoid debt entirely, but to use it strategically. Credit cards, when used correctly, can be a great tool for building positive credit. For example, using a credit card for everyday purchases like groceries or gas, and then paying off the full balance each month, can help you build a solid credit history. By doing this, you'll avoid paying interest while also improving your credit score. Over time, a strong credit score will allow you to qualify for better interest rates on loans and mortgages, potentially saving you thousands of dollars. It's important to find balance in your approach to debt. You don't need to accumulate unnecessary debt, but by responsibly using credit, you can demonstrate your ability to manage financial obligations. Maintaining a strong credit score will not only make you eligible for better loan terms, but it will also lower the cost of car insurance, help you qualify for higher credit limits, and give you access to more financial opportunities. Ultimately, using credit wisely is an investment in your financial future, giving you the tools you need to achieve bigger goals like homeownership, education, or starting a business. So, there you have it, 5 money priorities that most people get wrong, and how you can flip the script to improve your financial life. By focusing on what really matters, like reducing debt strategically, starting retirement savings early, and prioritizing consistency over quick wins, you'll build a stronger, more secure financial future. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more financial wisdom. Let's keep making smarter money moves together for a better tomorrow. See you in the next video.